Hello everyone, DeRosa here outside of Game Ogre, getting ready to meet with Luis for a 500-point game of Muskets and Tomahawks. He and I have been meeting every week all summer, once a week, and we play in this game, and we like the rules a lot. We've been testing it out. Today we're going to give you a battle report on it, so we're over here at Game Ogre in Thousand Oaks, Westlake area, and we're going to see how it goes. So we'll keep you filled in. Also, comment and let us know what we're doing wrong. If we're doing anything wrong, that'd be great. Thanks a lot. Today we'll be using the Muskets and Tomahawks, Redcoats and Tomahawks skirmish rules. In today's scenario, we'll be playing Uninhabited Wilds. In this scenario, the British mission is reconnaissance. They must clear the area before the main body of their army arrives. The American mission is defense. They must capture crucial points that must be defended from the invading British. So Luis is bringing one officer who's a regular. He has 12 regular units right behind the officer there. To the right, he has 12 grenadier units, which will be trained, so he'll get a 5 on shooting. He has a bunch of Indian Native Americans back there. One of them's a warrior group that's tough. One of them's just regular natives, so we'll see how they turn out. And then he finally has a provincial group of basically Tories that have stayed loyal to the King of England. And we'll see how. For my American forces, I have an American officer who's trained. I have 3 Continental Infantry forces of 12 units that are trained, close order. And finally, I have a militia unit of 14 men that are recruits. We're going to be doing turn 1. We're using these cards. So you have to pull out the cards for the units that you're using. You have the clock cards and morale cards, special cards too. So we're on turn 1. We'll use this dice for that. And each person will get 3 cards dealt to them, and we'll go from there. Works, you're dealt 3 cards, and if you have your color, which in this case it's blue for me, I can use my units. If it's red for him, then I can use that card, but then I'll get a command point. So you have some choices to make in this game, and you never know whose turn it's going to be, so it's pretty fun and exciting in that regard. Luis is using his Indians card, so he's going to be able to bring, because they are in extended order and they have a scout trait, native trait, so they get to go 6. Scouts go 5, and then everyone else goes 4 inches. So it seems like it's slow, but in this game, it doesn't really matter. It works pretty well. I used a forward boys card, which is a red card for Luis here. Let's see if we can get it. Can't get it. And so then Luis is bringing his units on over here from the far side of the battlefield, his regular units.
No, so we get the center.
So he's going to maybe be able to get to this objective way before my guys can run 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. He used his provincials card, which means he gets to use his loyalists. It looks like he's bringing them onto this far edge. And if he were to go through the forest there, he could go 5 inches because they are scouts. He's using my regulars, so he's going to get a blue chip for that, which is a command point. If you get about 3 or 4 command points, then you can use those for extra orders. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to use my provincials now. I'm going to bring them on the board, and maybe I can shoot at someone. So Luis gave me regulars, which actually in my game today I have 3 regular units and an officer. So they all come on, and the officer's staying 6 inches away so that he can cover 2 units at least. And they're Valley Forge trained, so we'll see how they do. Looks like we might get in a tangle with the natives over here. So I had to use a native card for Luis. Sorry for the focus being out. Native card for Luis, and so he's going to bring them on right behind his regular unit there. So I pulled a green clock card, which means that after you get 3 clock cards at the end of a turn, and the green clock card's the first part, so nothing happens. You just redraw another card. I redrew another card. These are my cards right now. And I'm going to use my own militia to bring my own militia in. I'm going to bring my militia in. Then I'm probably going to bring them in right behind this unit here. Dealing 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to check and see if he got any clock cards. If he did get a red clock card, it'll be our first red, and then we'll have an event happen. No reds, he's saying. So no events. And he's going to use his regulars, so that means he can use his grenadiers, but also he can actually use those units over there too. So anyone that's a regular unit can be used. So he probably should have brought his grenadiers on last time, but we messed that up. It's okay. And now it is my card. I'm going to have to play a native for Luis. So Luis gets his Indians. He's going to get to use 2 units there. But the benefit of that is I get a command chip, which in the future, I have 4 chips now, so then I can use that to command a big, large unit out of order of my cards. It's a benefit. So Luis brought his natives into the forest there. They have the benefit of going 6 inches in a forested area. And it's going to be Luis's turn since I did the card. He has 2 cards there. And he's going to play a... Bum, bum, bum. He's going to play my regular, so he's going to get a command chip for that. So he gets a blue command chip for that. And then I'm going to play my 3 blue units here, my regulars. So I brought my units out. We're just charging towards our objectives. Let's see if we can get there. It looks like the natives are getting close to their objective.
Yes.
And turn his last card. He's going to play again another one of my regulars, so I get to go again. He's going to get shuffled 3 cards to him and a chip, a command point. Luis has 4 command points now. He can decide if he in the future if he wants to use the large unit. Luis plays his regulars card here. That allows him to move his regular British forces and his grenadiers forward. I am going to use my 4 command chips so that I can activate a regular force, and I'm going to activate the unit to the right of my line to fire at the Native Americans in the forest. The natives will have hard cover, and they will also have the native trait to give them an advantage. Luis next uses his regulars card and moves them forward. Will this be a dangerous move? The Continentals are in range. I next will use my regulars card to activate my regulars units. 2 units will move forward, and 1 unit will decide to try to volley fire at the British Grenadier. We check the angle and we see that 9 Grenadiers are in the path of the Continental Force's shots. The Continentals unleash the fire onto the Grenadiers. They have to hit on 0s and 1s. I roll and I collect 5 hits, which are kills automatically in volley fire rules. The second green clock card has been pulled. This marks the end of turn 1. The cards will be reshuffled and turn 2 will begin.